A couple weeks ago, you guys saw me tell you guys how a special delivery Charizard actually got in the hands of a few lucky Pokemon collectors early, and we were speculating how the rest of us will get it. Well, in today's video, some even more crazy news has came out, and I'm telling you all about it. Yo, what is going on, guys? Alien ESP here, back in the video, and as I didn't say, as you guys saw the talent thumbnail of this video, in today's video, we're going over another thing to do with special delivery Charizard. This is very interesting. It's to do with CGC grading one. This means so many things. One, it's authentic and more, but yeah, let's get right into it, baby. So yes guys, this is insane. This essentially tells us that Special Delivery Charizard was authentic. We had a bit of a background change, I had a few of my pop vinyls to show because I do like them, so I decided to build a cool little pyramid with some of my favourite ones. So what happens, CGC, I think it's Comic Grading, not Service, that's an S, I don't know, but they recently got into grading Pokemon cards over the Pokemon 2020-21 boom, whatever you'd like to call it. We've got to come up with a cool name, so just don't call it the Pokemon 2020-21 boom. But yeah, very interesting. They are previously known for grading comic books, and if any of you guys are into that, you may recognise their names. I do believe they're like the PSA of comic books. I believe they are one of the big titans in that industry. But how does this link? Not PSA, CGC grade day stolen. We'll get more into that later. Special Delivery Charizard. What does this mean? First of all, that means that Special Delivery Charizard anywhere was authentic. How do we know this? In case you guys don't know, one thing these graders promise, PSA, Beckett, CGC, basically all of them, ranging from the big ones at the top, the big three I just mentioned, down to bottom with some which are just getting their reputation out, such as Get Graded. One thing they promise is they'll only grade real cards. This is great for both selling and buying cards, because if there's a card I want and I buy it PSA 10, one, I know it's in good condition, and two, I know it's real. So CGC grading the Special Delivery Charizard essentially confirms they've given the second hand or authenticity of it, that it is real. Now, what did the grade get? Overall, it got an 8.5, with the centering having an 8.5, surface having a 9.0, pretty good on centering, corners an 8.5, and edges with that 9.5. The edges must be pretty crisp to get that good grade. There's also the cert number, but I'm not going to sit here and read the cert number because it's a 10-digit long cert number, and you guys don't want me to doing a video where I'm like 3, 6, and then the rest of the 8 letters. But you guys, I'm sure, can go find the cert number if you're that curious about it. So this is really cool. It means this Special Delivery Charizard is authentic, at least. So I think this is really good. Now, how did I find out about this? To find it through CGC? I don't think CGC have posted anything. I found it from another fellow YouTuber. He's a bit bigger than my channel, known as Rattle Pokemon. Make sure to go check him out. You know, if I ever get a source from another YouTuber, I will always state their YouTube name or Instagram account, Twitter account, etc., in the video. Just, you know, they found it, so I may as well do the due diligence. You guys know I struggle with that word, due diligence, of promoting them, I guess, and just giving them the basic credit they deserve. So how did he find out about it? Does he know the person personally? Is he lucky enough to get the one graded? He wasn't the one to be lucky enough to get it graded, and I don't think he knows the person personally. We don't know. However, he found it on eBay, and the person who has this card was asking for a whopping $25,000 to buy this card. That is crazy. Do I think it's worth it? That's a whole nother discussion, you know. Yes, if this card comes printed, then obviously a lot of you guys may be like, oh, then it's not worth it, you know. If this promo gets released normally, like we saw with Special Delivery Pikachu in a CGC 8.5, not in a pristine 10 or anything, isn't worth 25k, so why did you pay this? One, it's Charizard. Two, one thing I think is really cool about it is the grade on the CGC case. It says something along the lines of unreleased card. So if this card does get a mass produced, which we'll talk about later, I think we'll get this card in our hands? I think that's pretty cool, because this one will stand out. You know, this was the one that escaped the Pokemon factories. Who knows what it's like in there? Joking, I'm sure it's a great place. It is Pokemon after all. Who wouldn't want to be there? But yeah, this is very interesting. So for 25k on eBay, Rattle Pokemon himself, the YouTuber, believes it is stolen. Has my light just turned green, or why is I don't know? That is weird. But Rattle himself thinks it's a stolen card. Personally, I don't. Personally, I do believe it was sent by mistake. Pokemon accidentally slipped in an extra order. Now I think this is believable. Now, as of today, when I was looking for, I couldn't find an active listing. Also, when I pressed the sold, I couldn't find a sold listing, meaning it's even been taken down. Who knows? I couldn't find it on eBay, so I do believe it was taken down. I don't think eBay themselves have taken it down. I think the seller has, so I do think this is very interesting. Now, this just brings up the question again: when are we going to see this promo Special Delivery Charizard readily available? We don't really know. Now, a couple of days ago, you guys tell me the story of Special Delivery Bidoof. Now, what is up with Special Delivery Bidoof? Hey guys, don't know, there was a whole PR thing. 1st of July was Bidoof Day, and there was this thing you'd press a link and then you'd get a code for a special delivery Bidoof promo card. This is very interesting. Now, what if I heard one of my friends actually tell me this? What if it was all a joke, and this is where Pokemon's way of doing it is in, like, you sign up for special delivery Bidoof and instead you get the special delivery Charizard. Now, at first I thought it was interesting. When I was thinking it to myself, I was like, maybe not. You know, if we look at special delivery Bidoof 1, I believe we've seen actual physical versions. We saw a Bidoof battle, essentially two people who I believe were either worked Pokemon or were paid by them. They built these 2 decks, obviously one for each of them, battled, and all the Pokemon in the decks were Bidoof, and we saw 4 of them being special delivery Bidoofs, a whole playset of that amazing promo card. Also, that card actually has its own promo number. I think it's Sword and Shield promo 77, or is it 177? I know it's got 2 7s next to it, but I can't remember exactly off the top of my head. So it does have a unique promo code, so this card does seem very legit, you know, just for it to be a hoax, not even a real card. There's been too much effort put into it, but even if it isn't, we're not going to receive through this. I do still think we'll see special delivery Charizard release somehow. We still don't know. I think it is going to seem regardless. I can't imagine Pokemon have forgotten about it, you know. There's a whole argument of Pokemon may have, cancelled it because they thought having a special delivery Pikachu. Then that doesn't make any sense to me. You know, Pokemon as a business want to make as much money as they can. And if they made it so that every $20 purchase on their website included this card, think of all the $20 purchases they would get. Maybe right now they're just doing the work so their website doesn't crash like we saw with special delivery Pikachu. Because realistically, if Pikachu's done that, Charizard probably will. And realistically, Pokemon make the most money as possible. I think that's such a bad argument. No offense if you're saying it or believe it. But Pokemon want the hype, you know, and Pokemon want people spending money. And if they do it so every $20, $15, $10, $25 maybe, who knows how we're going to get it, but that's how especially Pikachu was obtained. I think it was every $15 purchase you made, you got one. So if they do with Charizard, you know, maybe increase the price a bit because they know Charizard's a bit more popular and to make them a bit more money, but more sales, you know, that is what they want at the end of the day. Maybe it's doing the work right now so their website doesn't crash. At the end of the day, some people are forgetting Pokemon is a money-making business. They want to make as much money as possible, so it would just make sense. You know, Pokemon, I think, know that this would bring a lot of attention, a lot of hype, and most importantly, a bit like Mr. Krabs, they want that money. Play that song, yeah. That does just beg the question that I think they're just going to do it again, you know. I think it is kind of a bad argument saying that the reason why they're not going to do it is they've scrapped it is because of the hype. I just don't think that doesn't make sense at all. One last thing I do want to mention, on an Australian Pokemon YouTuber called Pokemon 4 Views, 4 and his name being the number 4, not F-O-R or F-O-U-R is the actual number. Pokemon 4 Views has one. He's over in Australia. Just really does show in multiple areas there are some available, you know. At first we saw 2 on Etsy, now it's just really showing a lot of these are readily available. Obviously, since he lives in Australia, and if this is being slipped into Pokemon's orders by accident, you can't order from Pokemon's official website if you live in Australia. They only ship to, unfortunately, America and Canada, so someone from either America and Canada has then sent it over to him. We don't know the story of how he got it. I think in his video, I'm pretty sure he did say he bought it off eBay. Maybe I can't remember the exact source, but I'm pretty sure he does say he bought it. But if you want to know his exact point of view, make sure to go check out his channel. Like I said, with Rattle Pokemon, just, you know, he was the one who gave us this source, so I'll let him know. Also, his channel is a bit bigger than mine, so you can also check that out. But what do you guys think? You know, do you think we are going to get Special Delivery Charizard 2? At least we kind of know that he's an authentic card. That one fake one, or that one that was graded by CGC, we know isn't fake. But however, any of these could be, you know, someone could be making replicas. However, I do feel like the one graded by CGC was real at least. So yeah, for comment question day, when do you guys think we're going to get it? You know, I don't know what to tell you guys. I think the Special Delivery Bidoof promo is real. I don't think you're going to receive Charizard instead of Bidoof, because I think so much effort has been put into Bidoof. We've seen physical versions, the promo number fits the whole lineup. It's not like a random promo number we've seen before, like 1, 4, 10, or maybe it's not like the same promo number as Charizard either. So this is very interesting, and I can't wait to find out when we will see. That is all for me in today's video. Make sure to answer comment question today. I'm Alien ESP. You guys have been the best, and the best views on YouTube, and I'll see you next time. Peace.